Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are looking at Water Style Shark Bomb. It is a 14-second long cooldown ninjutsu, has a power of 1 and has a range of 5. It is a projectile and essentially the shark, when you summon it, it will go ahead and circle around you and then it will launch off like a projectile. The circling also does damage and the projectile obviously does the damage. And yeah, once it hits someone, it will seal their ninjutsus for a period of time, and you'll heal based off the amount of damage that the shark had did. So, because it can do double the damage, you can technically use it as long as someone's within that circle around you. And once you hit them with it, it'll hit them once or twice, and then the third one will hit them with the actual projectile shark. So it's like a two-step kind of attack, but technically it's one if you're doing it from a range. Anyway, it's pretty good because you can heal, and not only that, but you can restrict them by preventing them from using ninjutsus that otherwise you would struggle against. So yeah, pretty good. You could technically follow up with a few attacks with it, like once you hit someone with it, you could then kind of use blast bomb or some other ninjutsu to kind of follow up, but it has to be a long range one since it knocks them back quite far usually, unless the terrain says so otherwise. But yeah, it's an okay ninjutsu. It's not exactly overpowered or anything, but it's very annoying usually for a lot of players. And it does really good damage, as you can see. Within only 3 uses, you can get a healer quite low. Its ninjutsu cooldown time isn't necessarily too bad. And because of the two-step kind of, attack, where you have one for close range and then one for long range, and because it's all done in one movement, technically if you're aiming at someone else, and you use this ninjutsu as someone's trying to attack you, it could, hurt them in the process and the person that you're aiming for. So, it's a very good kind of tactical ninjutsu. It's a decent utility, where you just basically disable the ninjutsus and you heal up a bit. So, if you ever worry about health, you could technically use Shark Bomb. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll show you some gameplay, but honestly, all the recordings that I have right now are shit. Yeah, I know, quite weird, because it's either too many SS plus weapons and I struggle to get the footage to actually show it in work, because everyone's using an SS plus weapon and it's just fucking breaking the game every 2 seconds. And for any sort of casual player who just wants to relax, play, and just use whatever the fuck they want, it's very difficult, and it pisses me off greatly, because this game used to be so much more casual and so much more fun when there wasn't a fuck ton of hackers and there wasn't a fuck ton of SS plus bullshit weapons, and when there wasn't a fuck ton of outfits that suddenly boosted something to the most ridiculous points, where literally you could use one ninjutsu and the next one would fucking do a 10 trillion damage. That's essentially some outfits at this rate. It's fucking crazy, bro. I used to play this game when it was casual, when everything was simple, and holy shit, was the game fun, except from claws. And the claws are still not fun. So, literally, the only problem that I had back then was claws. Nothing else. Everything else in the game was fun, it was cool, it was fine. Genuinely, no problem. Now, fuck this new management, bro. My fucking god. I mean, look, in this gameplay, the only thing I have is fighting against the modder, right? Like, it's crazy. Also, I don't know how he keeps getting paralyzed, since I'm not using any paralyzing things, but after my heavy attack, for some reason, he's getting paralyzed. I assume a teammate is just throwing it, like, perfectly each time I do a heavy, which is a bit weird. But yeah. There you go. There's the ultimate. Immediately as we just began. 2 people using it. And yeah, it's just fucked up and broken. There's no way to beat it, especially when they take pride in modding and shit. It's genuinely stupid. It truly is. It ruins the game. It isn't fun. I mean, they're quite ass at using it as well, to the point where they literally miss everything. So there's that. Like, modding is just not fun, man. Like, I understand if you're using it against a clan or something and they're highly organized. Otherwise, it's just like pointless. You know, there's no reason to. Not only that, but like, this entire video has turned from a showcase to just me complaining while trying to use it. Like, after that game, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill him. I don't care about the showcase. Because, honestly, it's come to a point where it's just so fucking bad, right? Like, if I suggested to a beginner to play this game now, I would fucking not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna suggest that a beginner starts playing this game because it's gonna be so ass. Like, go ahead and play survival mode. Go ahead and play the practice or whatever, and just like enjoy using the ninjutsus. Enjoy whatever, right? Maybe buy a modded account since apparently, uh, you know, Bandai Namco does not want to fucking give us the light of day on getting any esoteric scrolls, any sort of natural way that we can earn it in a good amount, not just one fucking pebble at a time. So it's stupid. It doesn't make sense, and overall, it's just real fucking dumb. I don't know what more to say. It is genuinely that terrible. Like, modding has come to an extent where now we have to just accept it, which is stupid, which we shouldn't be doing. You know, like, okay, if you want to unlock every single item in the game, that's already an unfair advantage, right? Like, you're telling me you have all the weapons, all the ninja tools, you can do any combination, you can come up with the most broken shit without ever having to work for it. Meanwhile, the whole reason why this is a gacha game is because, in the first place, you're not meant to have everything. You're meant to try and unlock it. You're meant to get lucky and unlock it. It's not meant to be something that you just get for the sake of getting. You know? And I think a lot of people forget that. Like, if there isn't certain things that you don't have, there's a reason for that. That's the difficulty of it. You have to manage with what you have, you know? And I think that circles back round to another problem, which is just because of how disorganized this community is, it can't make up its mind of trying to improve the game like any other fan base. If you've been a loyal fan base of something, then at least be a proper fan base instead of just being toxic to one another and such. So, you know, it's quite dumb because it's just, you have two options, right? Either one, as a modding community, you go ahead and hack the server or something, or you try to give almost everyone mods, right? And if everyone has mods, the entire community is gonna complain about it. Or if everyone has every single item in the game, you know, Shinobi Striker's immediately gonna take that into action and think, oh shit, what have we done? Right? And then they're gonna have to listen to the player base, and then the player base can say, hey, fix this shit, please. But at the same time, the player base doesn't know how to fix the game. So it's just like, they're gonna not even try to do such a thing because they're already getting what they want. Because this community is so garbage and so fucking toxic that they literally want this type of shit. They want hackers, they want modders, they want every single item in the game. It's kind of dumb, right? And we managed to make that fucking modder quit by completely rage quit, make him rage quit. I mean, he technically could have just swapped his class to something like Baron mode, like he did previously, and then he could have just went ahead and got the flag. But instead, he thought he'd do this instead, and he lost. So that's on him. That is literally on him. It's just if you're gonna go ahead and mod, then I don't get the point of you playing defensively. It gives me more of a chance. If you're gonna mod, just use Izanami or just use Baron mode, and that's it. Just literally one of the two. There truly is no reason for you to try and play fairly if you're gonna mod. Like, I remember there was this one modder who was hiding his mods and shit, and he was literally using paralyzing jutsu and something else. Tsukiyomi, yeah, paralyzing jutsu and Tsukiyomi, and he had it on 0 cooldown, and he was pretending he had a cooldown. So that kind of pissed me off, especially because I was wondering how the fuck he's getting his shit back so quickly, and because he was playing kind of normal. And then yeah, turns out he was just fucking blatantly hacking. And another thing I want to talk about is hidden mods, right? Because these are people who have mods, but they on purpose hide it so then they look normal. And this can be as hidden as even going ahead and having an outfit skill, right? Like I met this one guy once, and on his outfit skill, he said he had something where essentially after he gets 30 hits, he gets his ultimate, which is fucking crazy, right? Because they can mod outfits to do things that you wouldn't necessarily know is fair or not. You can't exactly say, oh, I know this person's modding immediately, without, it being too obvious, right? Like, how can I explain this to you in a way that makes sense? Like, for example, there's a ninja tool called Divine's Grace, right? Apparently, that ninja tool will go ahead and cool down your ninja tools by a shit ton. Something that would normally take 12 seconds would now become 3 to 4 seconds, which is crazy because that works for any ninja tool. So, because of that, that's another thing to think about. Because if they can simply go ahead and this is like a normal SS outfit, by the way. I'm not talking about like a modded outfit. This is unmodded. So what on earth would a modded outfit have if this is the normal standard for Shinobi Striker? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's fucked up, right? Imagine I could spam something over and over again on you. Imagine I had infinite kunais. That's essentially what we have right now. But technically, you'd have to have that accessory to be able to use it. Another thing is, the mods itself, right? Because there's a lot of hidden traits. Maybe they have something to lower your defense slightly, by a very slight bit, and you will never know. Maybe every hit you take will lower your defense. You just don't know. Maybe every hit it does something. Maybe they have boosted movement speed. Maybe they have insane attack tracking. You just never know because they have so many mods. And it's just breaking the game. Just why, man? Why? Anyway, peace out.